A very good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to everyone, based on wherever you are. A very warm welcome to today's session, Empowering Your Future with AI webinar series. It's wonderful to have you all here with us as we explore a topic that is becoming central to enterprise transformation: agentic AI and autonomous systems. AI has moved far beyond chatbots and isolated use cases. Enterprises today are demanding systems that can work and understand context, reason, and take decisions and also work autonomously across workflows. What we're witnessing is a shift from AI as a tool to AI as a collaborative digital workforce, a set of intelligent agents embedded across business functions. Today's session aims to give you a structured view of what agentic AI really means for enterprises, the architectural foundations behind autonomous systems, including planning, memory, reasoning, and multi agent orchestration. How platforms like AI Exponent, our agentic AI foundation platform, are enabling enterprises to modernize AI workflows and embed intelligent agents into business processes. And most importantly, how real organizations are already using agentic AI systems to deliver tangible value. You'll also get a first hand look at two powerful demonstrations from real enterprise scenarios: the manufacturing shift behind briefing agent and the NBFC loan intelligent agent. Both of these exemplify how agentic AI moves beyond dashboards into autonomous, outcome driven workflows. So, overall, today's session will help you understand not just the what, but the how. How enterprises can modernize data platforms, implement AI governance, build domain specific agents, and scale AI safely and responsibly. Thank you again for joining us as we discuss how we build smarter, more adaptive, and more autonomous enterprises using Gen AI. With that, I'm delighted to introduce you to our today's speaker, Chalapati Rao Komirisetti, COE lead Gen AI at Exponentia AI. Chalapati is an AI architect and generative AI specialist with over 7 years of experience building enterprise grade AI and ML solutions across pharma, finance, and manufacturing. At Exponentia, he leads the design of cutting edge Gen AI systems with LLM, RAG, and agentic AI frameworks, delivering impactful solutions on Azure, AWS, GCP, and Databricks for clients such as Mankind Pharma, Pidilite, and Tata Motors. He is deeply passionate about responsible AI, scalable MLOps, and the intersection of data, LLMs, and enterprise AI strategy. So we're thrilled to have you today with us, Chalapati. Welcome to today's webinar. A quick question before
Thanks.
we start.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Thanks,
A
Mansa, for the
quick,
introduction.
thanks, Chala. A quick question to the audience before we start. A quick note is that please drop your questions as you get them in your head into the comment section below. We will have a question answer round towards the end of the session. So, as and when you get the questions, please drop them. We'll take them towards the end. So, with that, Chala, can you walk us through what the shift briefing avatar agent is and what problem it solves for operational teams?
Yeah. So before diving into the demo part, right? So I would like to, share my views on agentic AI first. So the today topic we are going to talk about building the future with agentic AI and autonomous systems, right? So honestly, this topic is transforming enterprises faster than any previous, tech wave that we have seen so far. So earlier we have seen a lot many, data uh, technologies, then very premature machine learning and artificial intelligence technologies. Now we are into agentic era. So in the next 45 minutes, I am going to take you through three things that I want to explain you guys uh, about. The first thing is what agentic AI actually means beyond just chatbots, and why enterprises are shifting, okay, from traditional automations to agentic AI automation workflows. And the third point would be how platforms like AI Exponent, okay, are powering real production use cases. And towards the end, I'll show you two live demos, one from manufacturing domain and one from financial services domain. So this stays very real and practical. By the end, my goal is that you will all know exactly how to bring autonomous AI into your own teams, your data stack, and your business processes safely and pragmatically. Yeah, you can move to the next slide. Next slide, please. Yeah. So before we jump into the agentic AI and the technicalities and how we can achieve it, so I just want to take 30 seconds context on who we are. So at Exponentia, we are not just a generic IT service company. We are a boutique specialized in data and AI consulting firm, and we spend our time solving real and large-scale problems across manufacturing, BFSI, retail, pharma, and logistics, and many more domains. Our differentiation has always been, the speed and depth of the solutions. We modernize data platforms, we build AI products, and we implement into enterprise grade governance and all. And we productionize GenAI, from pilots to and POCs to production grade systems. Yeah. So that's the lens through which we look at agentic AI as well. So not as a cool lab experiment that we are usually doing, but as something that has to work in production also. Next slide. Yeah. So let's talk about this slide. This is really a I would say a backbone of everything we do. We work across AI consulting and strategy and data platform modernization, product engineering, analytics, and decisioning. But today's topic is the agentic AI, cut across all of these areas. So enterprises are no longer asking for just a chatbot. They're asking for AI workers. They want to replace their business processes with completely a agent, which can help and do stuff faster and quicker than the usual things. Okay, so so basically, this agents, right, covers every agent, right, especially the autonomous agents that can observe what's happening, decide what matters, act on the system workflows, and improve over time. So, and that's exactly what agent systems are designed to unlock, actually, in today's world. So now I'm going to showcase how our AI roadmap, governance, and COE, the entire AI products that we are building. So in the right side of the slide, you can see these are our accelerator solutions which are built across multiple platforms. Okay, cloud platforms. AI Exponent is our indigenous solution that we have made it across different cloud solutions across Azure, AWS, and Databricks. And this one tap PSA and Gentrest, I will talk about Gentrest later, but one tap and PSA, these are two main accelerators which automates the business processes. One tap is our sales enablement automation process, and PSA is our procurement spend analytics automation workflow. So these are the two accelerators which we have integrated within AI Exponent, because the AI Exponent is a collective platform where we can develop chatbots, where we can integrate automation workflows, and where we can build standalone agents and business processes. And when it comes to Gentrest, Gentrest is basically our reliable AI and responsible AI platform which can evaluate all your agents, actions, observations, and it will give you proactive responses, proactive actions that you can do or act on the agent's mistakes. So this is a real time and a proactive solution underlying the agent's works. So yeah, so this is about the four accelerators that we have built within Exponentia and are and integrated with AI Exponent. That is our complete GenAI platform, powering up with all these services. Yeah, we can. Yeah. So let me talk about AI Exponent a bit, deeper. So we built AI Exponent to solve very, real problems we kept seeing, the daily usual problems, mainly in the business domains. So enterprise wants, earlier they wanted a simple chatbot, so GenAI and LLMs, but now they want agentic AI because The current trending term is, agentic AI workflow automations, and you can see we have everything we have all these blocks within AI Exponent. So AI Exponent, provides you a simple user interface where you can simply chat with your data, whether it could be an unstructured data or a structured data. And you can make agentic AI workflows as well. It is integrated with Microsoft Foundry, Langflow, and many more tools. And one thing I would like to highlight here is we have successfully developed and deployed so many business processes uh, at different domains. I would say manufacturing, pharma, and food and beverages, and recruitment firms. See, all here in these companies, we already deployed the solutions, and some of the solutions we are deploying, which are in the process. And the idea behind the AI Exponent is we are going to customize your business problem through GenAI solutions with agentic workflows in place if required. And we do personalization, and on top of that, data security will be our main concern. So, which AI Exponent will bring in. And one more thing, on in a short nutshell, I would like to talk about the technical details of AI Exponent a bit. So AI Exponent holds a multi-agent orchestration layer. It holds RAG and structured data pipelines where you can work with any kind of data, not only or documents, or not only your databases. You can talk with your semi-structured, unstructured, any kind of data, I would say. Then we have different tools, memory management, and workflows for the agents, which are built on top of the MCP servers. And we have tightly integrated with different services like Databricks and Microsoft Azure uh, MCP tools, and we have some custom tools as well within the MCP servers. And on top of this, um, it is not just only to deliver a solution, and we are also having a monitoring and observability framework that I already told you is Gentrust. So anything from user's journey to user satisfaction of the entire solution, right? We observe everything, and we do log, and we do action about the changes or and alerts, right? Everything will be notified, and will have a timely action into place. Yeah, can move. So very quickly, let me walk you through the architecture at simple level. This is one portion of architecture. Just my intention to highlight this architecture is how AI Exponent is multi-cloud platform. How we can deploy this across Azure and AWS, obviously with Databricks integrated. So on the left side, we have data sources like ERP systems, CRMs, IoT systems, data warehouses, documents, APIs. So you can talk about any data source. So we just need to bring that data into a centralized data platform, which is the Databricks. In the middle, we have the AI Exponent runtime. So all the heart of the solution would be the middle part. So where we have the AI Exponent runtime, the multi-agent graph, workflows, engine, and memory vector databases, and many more tools from the Databricks and Microsoft and AWS, and the policy layer. On the right side, we have the channels like Microsoft Teams, web apps, and you can integrate with WhatsApp. So the flexibility to integrate with any platform, right, will be easier with AI Exponent. The key idea is each agent within the system, right, can take actions, not just to answer your questions. Okay, that is the motto of our today's demo as well. It can run SQLs, it will fetch files and trigger pipelines, send emails, and summarize incidents, generate reports. That's what moves us from conversational AI to autonomous systems. That is the idea of AI Exponent here. Yeah. So we can jump onto the demo part.
Yeah, Chala, I think will you be walking us through the shift briefing avatar agent?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
over to you.
So before starting with the avatar demo, like how to implement that in a nutshell, I just want to give a brief introduction about what is the shift briefing agent. Okay. Um, so basically, in manufacturing, every shift, right, usually starts with a manual briefing, right? Site manager comes in and he will speak with supervisors and different managers. So they will, it's he usually spends around 30 to 40 minutes pulling information from different systems, right? About downtime, scraps, safety incidents, quality alerts, order backlogs, and staffing issues, right? So what we built here is it's a shift briefing agent that does all of this automatically. So for the demo purpose, I just introduced an avatar. So now you can treat me as a site manager, and I'm going to speak with avatar, and avatar will brief me what happened on this incident. Okay, whatever machinery and faults, right, will be auto logged. So that information will be populated and will send the notifications to respective persons. That is the idea of this demo. This can be automated end to end and keeping human in the loop. But for the demo purpose, I'm just keeping avatar in the middle layer, and you can speak with avatar, and avatar can respond and do the actions on behalf of you actually. Okay. Yeah. So let me show you how it actually works. Before starting the live avatar video, right, live avatar demo, let me just give me a small brief about the architecture diagram here. It actually fetches the data from multiple sources, but in this case, I am having a last 1 week's manuals, mission manuals data. Uh, and we are going to analyze this data and identify deviations, highlights risks, and then delivers briefing through a voice avatar. um, I will also, why this process will be helpful for the business is this actually saves around 70 to 80% of time and reduce misses and gives managers a consistent and structured narrative of every shift. So instead of spending, hours to hours to get the entire information from the systems and do the actions, so it will simply, create a summary report and provide the report to the respective stakeholders who can act on it. That is the idea of this agent. Okay, let me show you how it actually works. Okay, let me share my screen.
Sure. Okay. I think we can remove the deck from the screen.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So now I'm going to implement this in Microsoft Foundry. Um, this is the page. Okay, and we are going to the Foundry page now. There is a new Foundry they have introduced. We can try this, but today's scope would be a simple demo. So before jumping on to the creation of this flow, right, I would like to just brief about how the data looks like and what data we have in hand, right? So you can see yes, a sample, a shift data net.txt file. Hope it is visible. Mansa, can you confirm it?
Yes, yes, it's visible channel.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the sample data for last 1 week, starting from today to last 1 week. Okay, and these are the some key performance indicators like on-time shipments, orders processed, average handling time per order. So these are the main KPIs, and these are the incidents that happen in last 24 hours. So you can see the severity of the incident and who can act on this severity incident, and this entire report will be briefed to the respective person also through email notification that they can see in their email box that I will show it to. Okay, and along with this there are some uh, SOP documents. Let's say if there is any issue with some machinery or something, right? So there are some standard operating procedures to handle that issue. So this is the SOP document where you can see some instructions how to rectify it. Then then yeah, this is a shift briefing template. This template will be useful to guide avatar, like what kind of report has to be shared with the end user, like the stakeholder of that particular incident. I think this is clear. Let's move on to the actual demo part. So we have to create, you know, an agent first. The agent is basically crawl the information, right? And basically crawling this information and acting upon it, right? Is what we are going to do it now. Okay. Simply go to agents. Then, yeah, yes. So this is one of the same agent that I have created. You can see it here. Let me walk you through how it actually created. You can see a setup here. So an agent ID will be created, and you can choose the model. You can choose the model, whatever model you can choose here. And this is where the prompt comes in. These are the instructions of your agent as well as the avatar too. Okay. So I'm giving a objective of objective to the agent is it's a voice agent named Arjun who act as a friendly and knowledgeable shift briefing agent. So this is about the avatar's persona, and I'm giving the purpose of you know what is the purpose, like what to explain, provide a clear and spoken shift briefing, and answer the following questions about daily KPIs, their its incidences and recommended actions to act upon. Okay, then the language, how you can tune this actually. Okay, and the language, here I'm just providing today's date because it is not connected with web search yet. Okay, so I'm just giving 27 November 2025. Okay, so then the language and how it should provide the information to site manager, and then it will listen to the site manager's instructions and do the same. It will get the information from SOP documents to resolve the issue, all these factors. Okay, and this is about the agent description. Okay, just to give some context to the agent that how to how to behave it, and what is their main areas to focus on. Basically the body language and the interaction, right? Everything will be done it here. And now these are the knowledge that I'm uploading here, the files that I have, right? The knowledge, so that is uploaded into the agent to extra store. You can add it here. Just let's say if it is from your local, right? You can simply upload it from here, or if you already have something in Azure Search, you can. And there are some integrators also. You can get the information from SharePoint. If you are using Microsoft Fabric platforms, and you can upload the data from here. And if you want to do some web search, you can add web search here through Bing search. Okay, and these are some external aggregators like Morningstar and TripAdvisor, but in our case I'm uploading this from local only. Okay, and the second one is adding tools to the agent. So these tools will be used on ad hoc basis whenever there is a action needed, right? So in our demo part, right, this action is actually sending an email to tool. Sorry, sending an report to the email of the respective managers or respective supervisors, I would say. And these are some model performance parameters, temperature, and the top view. Yeah, this is about the agent. Now I would like to show how this agent acts with avatar. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So this is the interface. I'm just starting from a blank. Okay. Now on the GenAI side, the right side of the configuration, you can choose the agent from here, and it will auto select the agent. If you have more than one, you can select it from the drop down itself. Okay, I have only one agent, so I'm able to select here. Now the interesting part comes in, the speech input. So I'm going to choose, English India as my language. My accent is more towards the Indian language, so that's why I'm just choosing this. Then there are two models. One is Azure AI Speech default model and custom model. If you train something on your own voice or own model, right? You can choose that here, or else you can choose the default one, the pre-trained models, pre-trained voices, right? Then there is a voice activity detection. So basically, when you speak with an avatar, right? It's like a human kind of interaction. So to achieve that human kind of interaction, right? Whenever someone speaks, the other person has to listen, right? And then act accordingly, right? The same way, this particular feature, right, voice activity detection, will send a signal to the avatar that when user speaks something, right, you should listen and act upon it. So that is what, on the business note, okay, this is on a high level. uh, you have two options here: basic server VAD and Azure semantic VAD. Semantic VAD will understand your intent of the question and maybe the ask, right, from the user. Basic server VAD is bit ironic. You can see some flaws over there, so that's why I'm going to choose Azure semantic VAD, so to have more interaction without the. And then the end of utterances, you can see this detects the end of speaking and stop speech recognition processing and returning results promptly. So basically this takes some time, because just like a human being, right, whenever someone asks you a question, first you will think and then answer it, right? The same way the avatar will also think. Now the thinking process will be done by the agent, which is linked up to linked with your LLM model. So that is actually the brain. So the brain will have right set of tools. Now it needs to trigger the right tool to act upon, right? That is the idea of this demo as well. Okay, I'm enabling this. Okay, I'm enabling audio enhancement. This will suppress the noise behind your speech. And you can add phrasal list also. Let's say if you're doing it for any other domain, uh, any other, your business domain. So you can add those keywords or acronyms right here. So it will be able to understand that. Now the speech output. So you can choose any from the pre-trained model, or else you can create your custom voice model from Azure Speech Services. Okay, now I'm just choosing the, uh, one of the model, which is Arjun, because my agent name is also Arjun. So that's why I'm, keeping the Arjun's voice itself. And this is the speaking rate, like how quickly uh, the agent can speak or avatar can speak, right? So you can modify that from these configurations. Then the part is avatar. You can choose the predefined avatars, or if you want to create your custom avatar, right, you can do that. Just to click on this custom avatar creation, and it asks you to provide some metadata, because the custom voice will be trained upon your metadata only, like sending a 10 minutes video of the avatar, right, and the voice. So all these things can be trained and fine tuned, so that you can give it here. Sorry. Yeah, just a minute. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Choosing Arjun, then avatar. Yes. Now, yeah. As I'm using this avatar and applying, you know, changes. Okay. So now what avatar will do? So avatar will give me, or brief me about the yesterday's summary of the yesterday's summary, in the sense today's update of the shift, and then I can ask any follow-up questions on the same. Okay. Let me. Okay, just a minute. Mansal, just let me know if you are able to hear the voice.
Yeah, sure. No, Chala, I cannot hear the voice.
Okay, let me reshare my screen.
Sure.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Hello, Chalpati Rao. I am Arjun, your shift briefing supervisor. Here is today's site briefing summary. Overall, the site maintains steady operations with strong shipment performance and an insignificant backlog. Key performance indicators. On time shipments were 97%. We processed 1,630 orders. The backlog at the end of the shift was only 80 orders. Incidents. There were no significant incidents on this shift. Priorities for this shift. First, focus on clearing the backlog from the previous shift based on the backlog management SOP. Second, ensure consistent quality checks for high volume orders per the quality assurance SOP. Notifications sent. I have emailed the full shift briefing to the operations managers. If you would like to hear about a different day or shift or want more detail on any area, please tell me.
Thanks, Arjun. Do you want me to monitor Doc 3 for conveyor slowing down today?
Yes, Chalpati Rao, monitoring Dock 3 for conveyor slowdowns is a good preventive step, especially given recent performance stability. While there were no incidents logged so far, keeping an eye on critical areas like Dock 3 ensures we can act quickly if issues arise. You might also want to confirm the conveyor's regular maintenance checks per the conveyor performance SOP. Let me know if you need help setting specific monitoring criteria.
Yes, please go ahead.
Certainly. Chalpti Rao, please ensure that Dock 3 is closely monitored for any conveyor belt slowdowns. Refer to the conveyor performance SOP to guide the monitoring process and necessary steps in case of any irregularities during operations. If anything arises, make sure it is documented promptly. Let me know if you'd like assistance with further procedures or have other areas to focus on.
Arjun, I want alerts if Doc 1 add congestion starts building again.
Understood. Chalpati Rao. To monitor Dock 1 for signs of congestion, set up alerts based on real-time order staging density and loading times. Reference the congestion prevention SOP, which details thresholds and corrective actions. If congestion begins to build, notify the team immediately and prioritize clearing the area. Let me know if you need help implementing these alerts or adjusting standard monitoring procedures.
Thanks, Arjun. I'm done. I would like to highlight I didn't receive the email yet. Could you please send it again?
I have sent the full shift briefing email again to the operations managers. Please check your inbox and let me know if there are any further issues or anything else you'd like assistance with.
Thanks, Arjun. Yeah, so now let me showcase the email that we got it. I think the screen is not visible, right? Let me share the entire screen. Okay. Is my screen visible, Hansa?
Yes, Chala, just a second. Yeah, it's visible.
Oh,
Visible, it's
okay.
already visible. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, this is the briefing that we got it. Okay. So it will send the summary and key performance indicators, incidents, and priorities for the shift, okay, to the site managers. This is how it actually works. Let me, yes, let me reshare it again. Okay. We can move on to the next demo, Mansa.
Okay. Sure, Chalam. First of all, thank you so much for walking us through that. I hope the audience found it as interesting as I did. So, before we move on, can you summarize in one sentence where organizations can start if they want to pilot the shift briefing agent?
Yeah. So organizations can, start developing the flows in Microsoft Foundry itself to quickly come up with the POCs and pilots as well. So you can actually see this within, let me just reshare that. Okay. Yeah. So can simply integrate. You can see, the view code. You can use this endpoint to render this on your own UI, and you can embed anywhere. You just need to run this code in behind. So that much easy it is to, power up a POC or pilot to production grade systems. Then we need to do some optimizations and testings to roll out for the large number of audience. That is how it actually works. Yeah. Shall we start the
Yes, yeah. Since
next
you
thing?
already have the slide up on the screen, so let's move on to your second demo, the NBFC Genie built on Databricks. Can you explain what is the business problem that this solves and how it works directly on structured loan and disbursement data?
Yeah. So this is a Genie agent. Okay, this is built on top of Databricks Genie, Azure Databricks Genie. Okay, this helps NBFC, especially the loans and disbursement data would be there, right? So it acts on that data. So basically, it analyze eligibility, risks, disbursement status, and portfolio performance, all these factors, and using their warehouse tables directly inside the Databricks itself. So I told you, right? Basically, we used to centralize the data, and then we will build on top of, we'll build the agents on top of the data. And one more thing I would like to highlight here is Databricks comes up with, a governance framework called Unity Catalog, and usually Databricks hosted on, will host on Azure or AWS. So you will have a double layer of double layer of security, one from the cloud provider and another is from the Databricks itself. So your data will be more secure, and it can act on the data. So, and the thing is, right, we can easily implement the role based access controls on this data, so nobody can see others data apart from their own data. Okay, so that is how it actually acts. So this Genie, right, is a special service and feature from the Databricks. It will work on your delta tables, data tables. You can have many, as much as data you can add it up, but you will get fruitful insights on this data. This is not a agentic AI workflow. This is simple, workflow which will work with your data sets. Okay, the real time databases and data warehouses. That I say. Um, Going to the demo. Can we move on to the demo?
Yeah, sure. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, let me reshare my screen.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. So my screen is visible. Yeah.
Yes, it's visible.
So this is the Databricks platform. Uh, and this is where we centralize the data in catalog format. So usually they followed a hierarchy in storing the data. The first hierarchy would be the catalog, and the second hierarchy would be the schema, and then where your data will be stored. So in this, right, I'm going to focus on the catalog, NBFC webinar catalog. Okay, here I have added a schema called NBFC DB, and here I have uploaded all the data. Now I'm going to showcase how Genie will act upon this data and what insights we can get it from it. Okay. Mm, yes. I have already created it. Let me show you how to create a Genie space within Databricks itself. So you can create a Genie space by clicking on a new space, and whatever catalogs that you have access to, right? You can choose one of them, and you can simply choose the tables. Just tick mark all the tables which you want to use it for the Genie assessment, and you can create it here. Okay, so I already created this Genie, and this is how it actually looks like. I'll explain you about the Genie uh, product, and this is your chart interface where you can usually start with your data, a simple data tables, or else you can go to the research agent. Both are the same purpose. The difference between these two, right? One will just think less and do immediately. The one which is the research agent, right? You can see this research agent provides deeper insights and answers complex business questions using multi-step reasoning. So let's say if you are having a complex business scenario, right? But the data is available within the database itself, but you are not able to get the information. So you require some data analyst to do querying and get the information to create the report, right? But here, right, you can simply ask your question or ask your scenario and get the response from the Genie itself. So the Genie will interact and do the respect to actions on behalf of you or on behalf of a data analyst who can create SQL queries to get the information and generate the reports, right? So you can completely automate this process behind. Okay, so and then I'll showcase what this configuration tab is, and this benchmarks, monitoring, and share. So let me start the warehouse first. So the warehouse is basically the data warehouse where we have the data in it. Okay. Now, the first thing is, right, I would like to throw some light on what data we are interacting with, what is the actual data which we are using. So I can simply go with the suggestion question. Okay, suggestive question. So this is the one. Describe this data and important KPIs and categories I can analyze. So I click on this. Yeah. So currently I'm using a research agent. Just want to get full scanning of all my data sets and get a insightful response from this query. So now what it is doing is it is creating its own set of queries on top of this and generating insights. Okay, on these matrices you can see loan portfolio overview and key matrices, loan application to disbursement funnel analysis. So all of these things, right, will be internally managed by the research agent and get the information from the given data sets. And it is very confined, and it will not act and it will not hallucinate much on its internal knowledge of the agent. Okay, it will only act upon the given data sets only. But the response time bit high in this case because it has to do and it has to apply its thought process to create set of questions and create a matrix out of it, right? And generate the report as well. So that is the work it is doing behind. If you go with chat interface, right, so you can simply ask this question and immediately you will get the response because it will just go and fetch the data and showcase it, but you won't see proper insights through the chat interface. If the query is simple and want just a one single line answer, right, you can use chat interface, the chat toggle. Otherwise you can go with a research agent where you can have complete picture on your data. So this is more for a complex queries. If you want to do joins, right, without without the help of data analyst. You can do it with a research agent. That is the idea behind Genie. And that is not only the capability of Genie, it will have more things. So I'll showcase one by one. Okay, now it is picking up the third insight, which is geographic and channel distribution. So now once this process is completed, then it will come up with a complete picture of what data set we have and what matrices or KPIs we can see or present it to the senior management, right? So this is a quick assessment on your data. So nowadays reporting is completely changed because of the Gen AI and Agentic AI. You can have your insights on your fingertip. That is the idea behind this. Yeah. Now reflecting on research findings. So these are actually proper React agents. So it will the agent will act upon your data and do some reaction on the data, because what action need to be performed, right, with the given questions or insights, and presenting it in a nicer format is that is what we are achieving here, going to achieve here. Okay, meanwhile I'll showcase the remaining tabs. So you can see what data you are interacting with, and these are the instructions. If you have any personalized instruction to make it right, there is some examples you can see. This is MCA stands for my company abbreviation. So you can put your company's jargons, like acronyms and all the stuff, and the rating columns. This is just an example. You can put your own domain knowledge here. And to make it more reliable on this product, right, you can just add some SQL expressions which are mandatorily should be performed by the Genie agent. Okay, you can just add it up like this, filter, measure, or dimension. Okay, then the benchmarks. So wait a minute. Yeah, so you can evaluate all your interactions with the Genie. Okay, and that interactions will be appeared here once the querying is started, right? So we can see some insights here. Then monitoring all your interactions, right? Currently one query is running up, so you can see my previous chart and charts here, and when it is created, what is the last updated date. So you can simply perform some evaluations on this data, whether it is correct or not, right? And send the report to the respective person, whether bot is working fine or not. And you can also share this with your uh, organization staff, or internal, developers or management. Okay, so let it run. So meanwhile what I'll do, right, I'll run the same query, okay, on chat interface. I want to show both differences between both the toggles. Okay, this is one of the query. What is the distribution of loan amounts in the loan application table? Now it is drafting a step-by-step plan to calculate the answer. Okay, this is very quick. You can see the resultant table. It is nothing but a data analyst is sitting on top of your data and querying on behalf of you and getting the insights. So you can see this is the major loan and amount. This is the amount. So these many are there. Okay, between these distributions, and you can say a visual appearance also, like the graphical representation of the data. Okay, if you like the response, you can give a feedback. Otherwise you can request for a review or fix it. If you feel the query is not correct, you can immediately say fix it. And there are some follow-up questions. What is the distribution of loan amounts by city in the loan application table? I can click on this. So this is my follow-up question on the line of questioning I'm asking. Okay, you can see this is very quick. The difference between chat and research agent is research agent will take a lot of time to understand and make proper response, but chat agent will act upon immediately and get the data from it. uh, the main thing is, in the research agent response, right, you can say a bit more accurate results than the chat agent. You need to evaluate a lot of things on this, but when it comes to chat agent, right, sorry, research agent, you will see more detailed outcome. Let me check whether it is done or not. It is still doing some. Yeah, let me perform the same query on a different query or same query on this. Yes, with research agent. This is a KPI basically. I'm asking a KPI and it is going to provide some information about it. Okay. So here I can check my previous charts. Okay. Yeah, this is my previous chart. I asked about this question. What is the distribution of loan amounts by city in the loan application table? You can see. Here you can see the data. Okay. Yeah. Now coming to, yes, I got the response from the previous question. Let me take it out. Go to conversation. Yes. Yeah. You can see show thoughts, how it actually arrived to this answer. And this is the plan, how it actually executed. You can see a detailed outcome here. This is kind of a report on your data. So you can make some products which will monitor your data and make an automation workflow on top of it to give a brief about your daily summary of the data, right? So all this can be done with using Genie. Genie is also providing APIs to integrate with your applications. Uh, and we have integrated the same thing to a Exponent as an accelerator solution. You can see how the reporting is done, and these are the sources actually. Yeah. Hope you understood the agent and Genie a better. That's it from my side.
Absolutely, Chala. Thank you so much for the very informative demo. Uh, the NBFC Genie definitely seems to be a game changer.
Yeah.
Again, thank you so much for taking us through it. Um, so to close this out, Chala, one last question. What is the quickest starting point for an NBFC if they want to adopt a Genie like this?
Uh, Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So my question is, what is the starting point for an NBFC if they want to adopt a Genie like this?
So usually, every organization maintains some data marts, right? So they can pick any data mart for a business function and power Genie on top of it. So you just need to bring the data mart into Databricks and just create a Genie space on top of it. Then you can start querying on the data. So it will also suggest you what exact data mismatches are there. If you're not using any uh, gold standard data, right, which is already processed and ready for downstreaming applications, you can simply use the raw data and ask Genie to analyze the entire data set and provide the insights like where the data issues are there and all the stuff. It will help you, both developers as well as the business folks.
Got it. Thank you. Thanks, Chala.
Thank you.
Um, so with that, I thank you so much for the entire thing for today, Chala, taking out your time. But last request from you is that please let's answer some questions from the audience. I can see there are
Sure,
some
sure,
questions.
definitely. Yeah.
So let me bring up. We have a question from Zahir. How do you ensure that autonomous agents don't take wrong, harmful, or non-compliant actions?
Yeah, good question, Jahir. Honestly, right, any responsible AI, even if it is a old machine learning traditional algorithms or all this stuff, right? So any AI deployment, right, must start from this question basically. In our case, in agentic AI case, right, agents operates inside a safety cage basically. They don't have unlimited freedom because we are confined the agents behavior and very carefully define its requirements and permissions, like what to be act on and what not to be. Okay, they can also use the tools that can approve, only access the data that you are going to allow, and for certain actions, right, we even enforce a human approval in the middle. Okay, it's not completely autonomous. You will have a human approval in place. Okay, on top of that, we have a planner critic loop where the agent proposes a plan, you can review it, and another layer verifies it before execution. Okay, for the reviewing part also, you can keep a one more agent, right, and everything is logged. Let's say if something happens, right, you can quickly audit it and make a decision. And the primary object of the agent is every response or every interaction should be grounded to the given enterprise data. Okay, so that is how it actually works. Hope the answer is aligned with your question. Mhm. Mansi, you're on mute.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was saying, thanks, Chala. I hope that answers Zahir's question. We do have four more questions, but in the interest of time, let's take two more.
Mhm. Yeah, sure.
Um, so, this is a question from Sakshi. What makes agentic AI different from traditional Gen AI or automation like RPA workflow engines?
Yeah, most of the industry experts have this question because, due to the rise and concern of agent AI automation, there are traditional automations also there, right? Earlier we have Gen AI, which is not having any, agents in place. We call it as LLM workflows, right? And we already have robotic process automation, which are completely, works upon six number of rules. You just need to put the rules like if else conditions, and it will be, go through that order and rules, and you know uh, go with the flow actually. Okay, so it will open it based upon your instructions. But in agentic AI, it actually behaves more closer to a digital employee. Let's say, you don't need any inputs to that. You just need to put the behavior in front of it, and it will start, executing a plan, and use LLM as a brain, and do the actions on top of it, and provide you the required information. So this is more of a dynamic way. The one which we are seeing earlier is a static way. You have to define each and every step in detail. So, but in agentic AI, you don't need. You just need to explain the scenario, then the workflow will automatically execute it.
Understood. Thanks, Chala. I hope that answers your questions, Sakshi. One last question we will take. This is from Shruti Sunkar. Hi, Chalapati. Good afternoon. How do agents connect with enterprise systems like SAP, Salesforce, Databricks, Snowflakes, or internal APIs?
Yeah, great question, Shruti. Because technology is only useful if it can plug into your real world systems, right? It's not just like a chatbot you can chat with and get the information. It should actually integrate into other systems as well. Let's think of agents are very disciplined. You can say API users. They never log in like a human. They use, secure connectors like REST APIs and all, like, Databricks SQL, Snowflake queries. I mean to say the SQL queries, right? So someone has to execute and get the information from. But through agents, right, you can simply, connect your enterprise authentication. Just instruct the agent. So agent will connect with the authentication, like the, a service, and it will take the necessary inputs from the, service. Let's say if it is a simple integration, right, whatever you have created, that information wants to be send it to a CRM systems. But before sending it to a CRM systems like SAP and anything, right, you have to have a proper permissions to do that. So that for that, right, you have to give permissions, not a, high least privilege. I mean to say least privileges, not high level privileges. Otherwise, it can, make mistakes also. But through the least privileges, right, it can, able to ingest the data to the other systems too. Okay, but this security is main here. Okay, you have to focus on the security. You have to give permissions. Then it will be able to interact with other systems.
Thank you
because
so much.
every system builds on top of APIs, right? Or some softwares. So any software and API can be accessible to the your program. So agent is programmed, and you can simply integrate these APIs and softwares. That is how it actually works.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shala, for
Thank you.
answering all the questions. We do have two more questions, but in the interest of time, we're
Yeah,
not
sure.
able to take them. But we'll try to answer your questions in the comments itself. For any other questions that our audience might have, please do drop them. We'll take them up and answer back to you after the webinar. Um, so, with that, thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you, Chala, for that insightful and future focused session. And well, to sum it up, agentic AI and autonomous systems are not just emerging capabilities, they're becoming foundational for enterprises looking to unlock adaptability, innovation, and intelligent automation at scale. So, we hope today's session gave you clarity on where technology is headed and how you can begin applying these concepts within your own organization. So, once again, thank you all. Uh, Please do reach out to us if you have any questions or if you want to explore how Exponentia can support your AI roadmap. Please feel free to reach out to us with the details put up on the screen. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.